am the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel, and welcome to another transfer analysis where today we're going to be talking about our brand new signing. It's been confirmed just a couple of hours ago as of recording this. Ed Williams has signed on a free transfer, 2-year contract. Oh, the saga is finally over. This has been our transfer saga. This is like Messi leaving Barcelona. This is like the Jadon Sancho, trilogy. This is our transfer saga for Rovers fans. Because this has been going for the last couple of months. It all started on trial. A lot of people messaging me left, right and centre on different media platforms telling me loads of good stuff about this guy. And after watching him in pre-season game highlights and watching highlight reels from him, I knew he was going to be good. He had interest from Leeds last year, if it wasn't for an injury, I believe. So, the fact that Leeds were interested just last year, was pretty big. So, we've got ourselves a decent player here today. So, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what the club said on the official website. I'm going to share with you a little bit of info about this guy for those of you who are new to the videos and have no idea whatsoever about this guy. But for now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, cut notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And let's get into talking about the brand new Doncaster Rovers player, Ed Williams. Our second permanent signing and our fourth overall signing of the season. So starting off with the club's official statement, Rovers have completed the signing of midfielder Ed Williams on a 2-year deal. The 25-year-old has put pen to paper after impressing while on trial at the club through pre-season. Williams arrives following a successful spell in non-league with Kidderminster Harriers, where his performance has attracted the interest of several EFL clubs. He becomes Darren Moore's fourth signing of the summer so far after the additions of Jason Lekilo, Joseph Bursick and Taylor Richards. Of course, we all know about those signings. Lekilo on a permanent from Crystal Palace, Joseph Bursick on loan from Stoke City for the season, and Taylor Richards on loan for the season from Brighton and Hove Albion. So, for those of you who don't know, let's have a look at this guy, this Ed Williams guy. He began footballing life as a Robin. So Williams came through the academy at Cheltenham Town, of course a League 2 club, and impressed enough to be handed a 1-year senior contract. He didn't manage to break into the first team during that time and left the club back in 2014, with suggestions he still needed to develop his physicality in order to make it. University life. After leaving Cheltenham, he signed for the nearby Gloucester City and spent 3 years with the National League North/South side. Williams coupled his football with studying a degree at Hartpury University, whom he also represents at the BUCS Football League. He won Gloucester's Player of the Year award in the 17-18 season and left the club having made 80 starts. He's technically gifted, so Williams fits the mould of a Darren Moore player, being good with the ball at his feet and keen to drive forward in possession. He also offers versatility, having experience playing across the midfield. Happy as a Harrier. Following his departure from Gloucester, Williams joined Kidderminster Harriers in the summer of 2018, also in the National League North. He scored 15 goals in 51 appearances for Kidderminster before turning down the chance to stay in order to pursue a career in league football. Now, Williams has also won 2 caps for England's C team, which is comprised of players playing their trade outside league football. He won his first cap in a 3-0 win over Estonia under-23s back in October 2018 and played against Wales C last March. Now, Williams had accepted an invitation for a trial at Rovers back in January and was set to play an under-23s game, but an injury prevented him from travelling north, with the trial ultimately postponed until the summer. So this guy, as you just heard from all those statistics, that guy has been in our midst since January. We could have had him on trial in January if it wasn't for the injury. So, I think that to finally get this guy, and by the way, I recommend checking out online loads of highlight reels about this guy. And there's a lot of exciting things that excites me about Ed Williams. And Ed Williams, I'm pretty sure I've probably sent the video to you by now, but if you find it, welcome to Rovers. You are officially a Rovers player. You're not a loanee. You are a permanent player. And welcome to this brilliant club. Welcome to the club. And yeah, you're going to fit in lovely with Doncaster Rovers. We're a community club, we're a family club, and you know, we treat our fans with respect, and we treat the club with respect. So you know, the fans, you know, they might have different opinions, but altogether they all love the club just as much as I do. So you know, you're going to feel right at home with us. And you want league football? You've got league football, pal. So what do I think about this guy? Obviously, like I said on the article, I mean, he's England C. He's capped England C a couple of times. You know, he's played with teams like with Cheltenham, Gloucester, Kidderminster, wanted league football. And like the article says, he fits the mould of a Darren Moore player. Playing, attacking, during the possession, he fits the mould of a midfielder that Darren Moore wants. And he's very versatile in that midfield option. So, you know, we've got a very exciting prospect on our hands. Yes, he's 24, 25, but that doesn't mean he's not good enough. No way. I mean, this could be his prime years that we're using here. And if he's good enough, we're probably going to extend his contract. So, you know, Donny Rovers, and to be fair, I've been really impressed with their business over the window so far. But the fact that we've got this one finally over the line is even better. Now, we've been after him since January, and with the notice there that he's attracted the interest of several EFL clubs. Now, of course, I mentioned that last year there was rumoured interest from Leeds United. And of course, it said on the article on the club's website that he had attracted, openly they said, he attracted interest from several EFL clubs. So, I really have a sense about this guy. I really have a gut feeling that he is going to be the next James Coppinger. Now, obviously that's massive shoes to fill. But, you know, I think Ed Williams could do the trick. I think that Ed Williams is going to be a long-term servant for our club, and he's going to help us go up and up and up. And I think Ed Williams could be. I've just got a gut. I'm not being optimistic for the sake of being optimistic, just because I'm positive all the time. But I've got, literally from watching this guy, I've got a decent gut feeling here that, you know, and I've said, you know, loads and loads and loads and loads of times that we could be probably one of the best run Premier League clubs in the future, in the long-term future, like in the next 5, 10, 15 years. We could be a Premier League club and one of the best, and we are already the best run club in the country, in my opinion. And I think we could be one of the best run Premiership clubs in 10, 15 years' time with the same board. You know, people can call us stubborn in the transfer market. No, we're not. We're just after the top targets, and that shows a knack for competing. That shows Darren Moore wants to compete. Doesn't matter if it takes weeks or months. We get the top targets, and that's it. Ed Williams was on trial from us since the beginning of the summer, postponed from January. Ed Williams was one of our main targets. The loanees, Bursick, Richards, whoever this third loanee is, and I'm going to go on about that in the DRFC Transfer Reports episode, which will be uploaded you know, late after this video. So stay tuned for that video. But Ed Williams, like the loanees, like the other loanee that we're still waiting for, is a top target. So, you know, this is definitely a very, very good sign in my opinion. And like I said, I've got a decent gut feeling that if we are one of the best run future Premier League clubs in 10, 15 years time, I could see Ed Williams being one of our underrated stars that's going to climb through the ranks and be a Premiership player. Now, we've seen loads of people go through those ranks. Charlie Austin, Jamie Vardy, Andre Gray. We've seen loads of these different players come through the non-league and go to Premiership level because they're good enough. After seeing highlights of Ed Williams, and I hope we can keep him when he gets, you know, to Premiership level, I think Ed Williams could be future Premiership level in a few years. I really think that he could be a decent signing for us. And I hope we do keep him, and I hope we do get promoted to the Premier League in 10, 15 years' time with this guy at the helm. And I hope that he has, you know, 15 years at the club or over 15 years at the club like Coppinger's had. So, you know, I think Ed Williams could be the midfield leader to lead us into the next generation. So I've got a really good gut feeling about this guy. But there we go. That is looking at Ed Williams from Kidderminster Harriers. After filming this video, he is now a Doncaster Rovers player, along with along with Jason Lakilo, along with Taylor Richards, and along with Joseph Bursick. And of course, we've got one more loanee to go. We've even got a fresh route of trialists, so obviously we'll still be looking at them. But of course, that makes Ed Williams our 4th signing of the summer. So with the extra loanee, that takes it to 5. If we can get that one over the line, if we hear back from the parent club after the Blackburn game, and if we bring in 2, maybe 3 of those fresh crop of trialists, the 2 forwards and Andy Butler, then that's going to take our summer spending to 8 signings. So, you know, 8 signings for a season like this is, to be fair, I would take that any day of the week. So, you know, we'll see what happens with the other guys, but Ed Williams is a Doncaster Rovers player on a 2-year deal. 2-year deal as well. You know, we were hoping, we were probably, you know, going to be grateful with 1-year deals with an extension. So, to get a 2-year deal for this guy, not only does it show that this guy's worth it, but also it shows the confidence of the board to give him 2 years. Like, yes, he's going to deliver us 2 great years at the club. So, the 2-year deal shows me signs that the board completely trust in this guy. Not that they don't trust in Lakilo just because he got a 1-year deal instead of a 2-year deal, but I think that Ed Williams could be seen as a future, you know, a future legend with the club. And, you know, I think that if he spends 10-15 years at this club, I think that, you know, he will be a future legend. And I think that the 2-year deal could represent that trust between the board and Ed Williams. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you stay tuned for DRFC Transfer Report. And then tomorrow, we've got our preview for the Blackburn game, which I'll be delivering to you guys. I'm going to have the whole squad. I'm going to share my predicted squad, share my thoughts on Blackburn and Rovers and predict a scoreline. And then we'll come back on the 29th for the match review and analysis. Thank you very much, guys. I'm the CHALL. Please like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.